Are you
Yeah, I'm
married?
married. How do
Here we
you
go.
make
Here we go.
married with many
Is
children?
your
How
wife
about you?
happy?
You married with children?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I've been waiting for this for a while. I seen a clip of this and I was like, I got to review this. So y'all let me calm myself. Again, most of the time when you have guys like this, they expect for these dudes to be lonely. You know what I mean? They don't like their mother. They grew up in like the worst type of conditions and stuff like that. Nah, fam. That is not the case, man. Look. She thinks she got him too. Are you married? Yeah, I am. Almost.
Oh, she's ecstatic.
No, I'm
She's
23.
she's
I'm a
gonna bring
boss
me.
lady girl, which seems to be
Yeah,
driving you crazy.
yeah,
Working,
yeah.
making
Well, I'm just
money,
pointing
waiting for
out
the right guy to
the
come
only thing
along.
you have no arguments. You just try to assault me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Andrew Wilson's apparently ecstatic wife, Rachel, got in touch on X and told me she'd like to participate in our next debate. And so she will. She'll be joining us alongside an all-new panel of boss lady girls.
Wait. There's more. That boy messy, man. This is probably one of the messiest white men on the internet, man. But I love it. This dude is hilarious, dog. Let this man
Joining me
cook.
now is the host of Crucible, Andrew Wilson, Andrew's wife and author of Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation, Rachel Wilson, Emily Wilson,
There she go.
no relation, from Emily Saves America, and the feminist writer and author of I Don't, The Case Against Marriage, Clementine Ford. So welcome to all of you. Andrew, great to have you back on Uncensored. Are you remotely apprehensive about unleashing Mrs. Wilson on the world like this?
No, but she is the only Wilson on the panel that I claim. I'm just pointing that out.
Everyone seems to be either called Wilson or Emily in this debate, in this two-header. Rachel, welcome to Uncensored. You reached out to me on X and very boldly said, if you want to debate this properly, get me on. You're here. How are you feeling about this?
Well, thank you
Clarity
for
is
having me,
everything.
Piers, and thank you, Andrew, for unchaining me from the stove just long enough to appear today. I got a day pass from the patriarchy. I have
Patriarchy is
permission.
benevolent.
So true. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here. People love to attack my husband via me. I'm like the favorite way to do that. So I thought, why not come on and talk to people myself?
So look, Rachel,
Before she get in, I know we're gonna be stopping this a lot. Before she get into this, I just want to point out some things because I was actually speaking to some guys about this. Some dudes that were married that were interested in getting into content creating, and they wanted to, be in a manosphere, red pill. And what I was trying to get them to understand is, you are going to have a lot of people after you, and when they can't get to you, they're gonna go to the person that's closest to you. I think Anton Daniels actually spoke about this on one of his panels about how so many men, so many women were inboxing his wife, telling her to leave him, divorce him, and was even throwing out crazy, things saying that he was cheating on her and anything to try to break up their doggone home. So before you get into this content creating space, especially when you come on this side of the fence, you have to be careful, man. Because they gonna come for it. That's why they say that guys that do this, is probably best if the person or the people that you're with or whatever don't have like a social media presence. Because if they find them, it's a lot, man. It's a lot that can happen. Either they'll try a few different things. Maybe they might try to, throw salt, try to get y'all to break up. They might even, talk about those people on different panels. So you got to be careful, man.
sure, let's just cut to the quick. A lot of Andrew's critics, not me, a lot of his critics say that he's an obvious, blatant misogynist. He thinks all women should be, kept at home, working away on the stove, the housework, whatever it may be, and know their place in life. You are actually married to him. You've been subject of mockery inadvertently through the last debate we had about this, for having to endure being his wife. What is it like being married to Andrew Wilson?
Well, it's pretty awesome. I mean, he's hilarious. He's a really smart guy. He's very charming. And most of all, he's a great dad and a great husband. And I share his worldview. So I would agree. In fact, I would say I would probably be the more bitter misogynist out of the two of us. If you really had to pick one, it would probably be me. So
Really? Why do you say that?
I just think that feminism has absolutely destroyed so much of what I hold dear in life, and it's held me back more than it's helped me. It's one of the reasons I started looking into the history and investigating it for myself. And I think it's just created a world where we now have a two-income economy. And for women like me who do want to prioritize motherhood, it makes it extremely hard. It just makes it financially difficult.
I want you guys to pay attention to this facial expression right here. They can't stand. Look, she ain't even got chin hairs, and she up here rubbing on her, rubbing on her damn peach fuzz, boy. Like, yo, this is why it's so important for you to be equally yoked. Right, and I think that, you know, even though she's doubling down and saying all these things, I'm pretty sure at some point in time, I don't know where she's at right now as far as, you know, the red pill community and the manosphere, whatever, talking points, but he braced her for this. He prepared her for this. She was probably educated. She probably had, you know, probably had decent talking points, but being around somebody like this, she embraced it, and what they are able to do because of their viewpoints and because, again, they are equally yoked, they are making a lot of money off of this. A lot of money, a lot of visibility, and that just makes life a lot easier when you have two individuals that understand that, man. So he already knew what time it was. Like, hey, if you want to come up, go ahead. We done probably been around each other long enough that hey, she me on steroids, but go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
Cool. I faced tons of social pressure. Had my first daughter at 20, wanted to stay home. Everyone around me, even the so-called Christian conservative women, told me it was a terrible idea. You can't do that. You have to bring the baby to daycare. You're going to put yourself at risk. You know, your husband's going to hurt you. You're going to be abused if you don't have your own money and your own career. And I think it's backwards. I think it's the most inefficient, stupid thing we've ever come up with. And that in the future, people will look back at the feminist experiment as a goofy time in history where we tried this wild experiment that failed miserably, and thank God it's over.